Hi, welcome everyone to our weekly broadcast from Florida Closing and Escrow and BOW, Brokers, Opens, and Tours Worldwide. We're here with our expert attorneys, John Iowanu and Anthony Bauza from Florida Closing and Escrow, floridaclosing.com. We're here to assist you with your title and closing success from contract to closing. We assist you by answering any questions for you, clients, any location. We conduct closings in our office, curbside, out of state, out of country, via online notarization, which we'll be getting into today, and mobile closers and more. We're wireless, paperless, digital, and remote. We have several languages. We are located with our main office in Sunny Isles and the only title company in that location. But again, we'll go any location as needed. And we're here to help structure deals to close. So let's start with our COVID updates. And to that, Anthony, if you can fill us in.
He's muted. Just let him know.
Yeah.
Okay, so there is some updates. There's rental assistance programs that have been rolled out in Palm Beach, Broward, and Miami-Dade County. Aside from that, the eviction ban was extended until March 31st, and a CDC declaration form is available to download for anyone who may need. The FHA has also extended their forbearance period for anyone who has been backed up on any Fannie Mae or Freddie Mac property. So they've extended it to an additional 3 months. So anyone in need can apply for a forbearance plan that would be a total of 15 months of coverage, allowing borrowers to catch up on their payments. Student loans have been frozen until September. And we're still mostly waiting on a new stimulus package. It appears there is some holdup. They're trying to agree with other items to include, such as raising the federal minimum wage has been the sticking point. But once they come to some sort of agreement, it is likely we'll see a new round of stimulus checks, as well as the unemployment assistance, the pandemic unemployment assistance, which allowed independent contractors to get unemployment benefits, as well as an additional weekly boost of $400. That will likely also be extended at least through September as well. So we'll just have to keep an eye on that to see once that actually goes into effect.
Okay, thank you. And now we'll report some good news. January home sales increased 24% year over year. The cold weather, we've had a few cold spells, couldn't cool off the unseasonably hot market that we've been having. Home prices have increased 14% year over year, as reported in January of this year. Inventory has decreased by 26% year over year. And I will give you a few highlights of sales and purchases made. Burger Kai found sold border mansion for $7 million. National Commission Boca Raton man now is edge right.
Cindy, you're frozen, but I can kind of take it from here regarding some of the good news for Miami. Basically, Miami's on fire. All indices are up. for all groups. Total home sales posted, as Sydney was saying, double-digit increases for the 5th consecutive month. Single-family home sales rose 9.1%. Condo transactions increased 28%. Luxury condo sales have surged 130%. Single-family home priced between 400,000 and 600,000 have surged by 51%. Condo sales between 400,000 and 600,000 have increased 64%. Single-family homes priced increased 25% from 375,000 to 469. Condo prices increased 14% year over year. The distressed sales are low at only 1.8% compared to 6% last year. Those are the short sales or REOs. So basically, all of this reflects a very healthy South Florida real estate market. And basically, the question is, so what's causing all of this? Well, as we know, definitely the record low interest rates. There's in between either 2 or 3%, which is crazy low. We have a strong S&P right now. Buyers are looking for stable assets during this kind of volatile economy. Home buyers, as we know, are leaving tax-burdened northeastern states to purchase in Florida. Basically, one of the main reasons we don't have a state income tax. And obviously, the work from home and remote learning policies have all combined to create a real robust market in South Florida. Also, the median prices remain low in Miami compared to other global cities. In Miami, $1 million can net you a lot more square footage compared to obviously New York, LA, and some international cities like Monaco and Hong Kong. Another indices is cash buyers are up 33% of all closed sales. So 1 out of every 3 purchases is a cash buyer. The national figure is 19%. So Miami, we're at 33%. Single family home inventory has decreased 44%. So that's at a 3-month inventory level. Inventory for condos decreased 9.6%. So they're at 11 months supply. So basically, to compare that, what does that mean? Well, a balanced market is in between 6 and 9 months supply. So for single family homes, we're at 3 months and condos are at 11 months. So basically, it turns out that we have a seller's market for single family homes and we have a buyer's market for condos. So the majority of all these sales, they're also very close to list price. So you as a realtor, I'm sure you've experienced this. You're going to have to coach your clients, if you have a buyer, not to go too low off the list price, because basically the median percentage of the original list price received for single-family homes was 96.8% in January of 2021 this year. So compared to condominiums, that was 94%. So you can come off a little off the list price, but not very much, because a lot of sellers are getting really close to the list price. Also, finally, the median number of days between a listing and a contract for Miami single-family homes was 28 days. That's a 44% decrease from 50 days last year. And the median number of days between the listing date and closing date for condos was 63 days, down 23% from 82 days. So I know it's a lot of stats, but basically it sums up to, it's actually a really good time to be a South Florida realtor right now, because the market is very, very hot. So it looks like Cindy's still frozen. So then, Anthony, number 3.
Right. So the next question would be, is that boom here to stay? So partial lockdowns and restrictions are still in effect in many states, and as we've seen, the weather, the snow, has been really brutal. And over the past 2 months, Miami has hovered around 76 96 degrees with mostly clear skies. Add into that everything we already know about South Florida, including no state income tax, and you have that boom, you have that resurgence, and all these signs of this boom point to it being here to stay. We've seen other major metropolises like Manhattan and San Francisco struggle with long-term repricing, actually going in the other direction. And there's many anecdotal evidence aside from the hard stats to prove this. For example, there is a property known as the Beach House. It's a 6,000 square foot, 2-story property located in Miami Beach's south of 5th boutique condominium building known as the Ocean House. 5 bedrooms, 6 bath, 2 sunrise terraces, 1 sunset terrace, movie theater, the works. And it closed for $15 million as is, all cash, and with 2 backup cash deals in place. So properties like this are definitely going into bidding wars as soon as they hit the market. And the list of other top tier sales over the past month, including with celebrity buyers, just goes on and on. What we've also seen is that during most South Florida real estate booms, as much as 80% of the buyers of high-end properties were foreign, predominantly from South America, Russia, and Asia. But since the beginning of the pandemic, those numbers have inverted with up to 70% domestic, which is amplified by the fact that many foreign buyers still can't even travel to the US. A recent Sotheby's report released in January says that the average for sale price for single family homes in South Florida's 4 primary counties have skyrocketed year over year. Miami-Dade is up 42%, Palm Beach 20%, Broward 12.5%. And sales of homes over 3 million have increased for 7 consecutive months, and 17% for single family homes across all price levels. So what we're seeing here is this resurgence of the real estate market here in South Florida was inevitable. It just happened to be accelerated by the pandemic. Most out-of-town buyers were already moving to South Florida to get away from high housing costs, high taxes, high density states like in the Northeast. But we've just seen a just huge acceleration of that due to the pandemic. But basically, to echo what you're saying, John, yeah, it is a great time to be a real estate agent in South Florida.
And not bad to be a title company as well.
Yep.
So if Cindy was here, she would ask me question number 4, which is, what is the Miami Beach looking like to a new luxury moneymaker? It's basically office space for Miami Beach. Obviously, they're heavily dependent on tourism and hospitality, but they're looking to diversify and strengthen their local economy. So commercial office space is now what they're focusing on. Basically, it's a good idea because at the start of the pandemic, people were, as you mentioned, coming down to South Florida. But then, now they're looking for a place to work. Although there are some work at home opportunities, some still kind of need an office space, even with the protocols in place that they can go to. So an opportunity there for realtors. What's important here is if you do have a buyer coming to South Florida, don't forget the upsell, So, okay, great, you're living in South Florida now. Are you also interested in some office space? And so there's an opportunity there for you to either pair up with a commercial broker, or if your brokerage has it, pair up with a commercial realtor, or consider just doing rentals for commercial properties. The larger commercial properties have large, obviously high-end rental prices, so you can also make some money there. So just remember to do that. And you'll do well with that. Number 5, Anthony, if you don't mind taking that.
Sure. Remote online notarization. So now more than ever, we have seen a push for more and more things to be done remotely, be it work, school, and now we've seen a lot of notarial acts being done remotely. This actually in the state of Florida. Went into law on January 1st, 2020 is when Florida officially got remote online notarization. And it couldn't have been better timing because just a few months after that, the pandemic hit and everyone was looking for ways to basically get everything done remotely. So remote online notarization, also called RON for short, is basically what it sounds like. So it's an online notary. They perform that notarial act via a video call. Usually there is a system for verification where you need to answer some credentialing questions and pass an analysis with a government issue ID. Because of this, a U.S. citizen or a U.S. resident would need a social security number in order to access these platforms. However, we do have solutions for foreign nationals who can't get into that credentialing process in order to bypass that. But basically, yes, all the documents are signed remotely as long as you have access to the internet and a video and a camera. It could be done that way. The only other caveat to that would be for buyers who are getting a loan. Many lenders have not yet caught up, and there's still documents that they do not allow to be signed digitally, such as the note and the mortgage. In those instances, there's also some other workarounds we have. There's another process called RIN, that's remote ink notarization. It basically is the same process as RON, except instead of signing digitally, you would actually sign the actual physical document over the video call, so the notary sees you, you place it into an envelope and you overnight it to the notary, and then when they receive it, they'll add their stamps, their seals, their signatures, and that could also be used as well if approved by a lender. So definitely yes, the pandemic has accelerated the use of RON, and there is a big push towards digital closings, and hopefully one day we will see a fully, completely, from beginning to end digital closing, even with lenders.
Yeah, it's actually real great. So thanks for that. And then the final question is regarding cities, exodus or opportunity. Basically, there's 4 reasons why the first half of 2021 may prove to be a good time for those looking to find a property in the downtown area like Miami or Fort Lauderdale instead of fleeing to the suburbs. Number 1 is the lifestyle still tops the client's wish list. Urban cities still offer excitement and variety, and luxury clients aren't just going to give that up. A year from now, they'll still want the restaurants, the bars, the theaters, and the parks real close by. Number 2, and this is the big one, is the change brings windows of opportunity. As mentioned before, 2020 was remarkable because of the significant migration away from cities as people realized they needed more space in a 1-bedroom condo. Many people also began working remotely, meaning they no longer needed to live close to the office and could suddenly afford to move to a detached home further out of town. But when everyone else zigs, you can encourage your clients to zag. And activity remains high in markets beyond the city center. It's likely the average price of a detached home will rise in the next 6 months. Meanwhile, clients who have always dreamed of living downtown can enjoy a lack of competition and unprecedented recent memory. So basically what that means is as people leave, the prices are going to go down in the city. So it's an opportunity to purchase properties in the city at a reduced price. Number 3, buyers may find they have more time now to look for properties, and they'll be staying on the market, as I mentioned, a little bit longer. So there's not an urgency to buy right away. And then finally, number 4 is the markets will find equilibrium, right? So they'll eventually balance out. once the pandemic is under control and things return to a little bit of more normalcy. So that's it. That's our presentation for today. We thank all of you for joining us. As Cindy would say, we're Florida Closing and Escrow. We're in Sunny Isles Beach, but we're licensed throughout the state of Florida. We're here to assist you in any way we can with your title, insurance, and legal needs for real estate. I'm John, this is Anthony, and if we can be of any assistance, please give us a call. Our toll-free number is 1-800-FL-CLOSE, and our website is floridaclosing.com. Enjoy the rest of the day. It's actually a beautiful day here in South Florida, clear blue skies. So enjoy your day, and we'll see you next week.